UvaldeRadio.net. Good afternoon. I'm Robert Miguel, and lots going on this afternoon in and around town. But a really cool thing is a grand opening of a new club, a new bar, sports bar, Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon, this evening or afternoon, I guess, 1131 West Main Street. They've got live music tonight, and they're going to have live music by a guy you just heard right there, Felix Truvere. We just played a song called Fake It Till I Make It, and we got him here on the phone for real. What's up, Felix? How you doing, man?
How are you doing, Robert? Good to hear from you.
I'm good, man. It's been a while since we've spoken or hung out or anything. I know you've been super busy, but it's cool. You're going to be back in town. I guess, are you already in Uvalde, or are you kind of on the road en route?
I'm in San Antonio right now.
Okay.
We're getting ready to leave pretty soon. We've got a lot of PA equipment to set up.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to a great show. Come out and hear some wonderful country music. We'll be doing all the stuff that you hear on the radio, and familiar songs. And it's been a while since, I guess, not too long since I've been to Uvalde. I used to play out there at the what was it called, the Lone Star Saloon. Do you remember that?
I do, and now it's a giant antique store.
Rogers out there. I opened for Kevin Fowler out there. I've had my own shows out there. I think that's the last time I've been out to Uvalde. But I've visited Carrizo Springs, La Pryor, Texas. We've got a lot of fans out there, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there and entertaining those guys.
Well, you mentioned Lone Star Saloon. Like I said, they're now a giant antique store. So shout out to the guys over at Lone Star for at least keeping the building busy. Matter of fact, it's Father's Day weekend, so go do some shopping at the Lone Star antique store. But man, it has kind of been a drag and a bit of a bummer because Uvalde hasn't had like a proper dance hall, to have these live Texas country shows or any shows for that matter outside of the Uvalde Grand Opera House. So it's exciting that we got a new venue opening up here in town. Again, the Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon, where Felix Truvere is playing tonight. It's kind of a grand opening from what I understand, right?
Yes, sir. Grand opening tonight. We're looking to come out there and actually bring some of the, we're a house band here in San Antonio for a lot of the major saloons and venues here in town, and we're looking to take some of that to Uvalde with us from San Antonio. And put on a great show. Like you said, it's been a little while since folks have had a place to go dance to live music in Uvalde. And, man, I'm really tickled to be able to get that opportunity and come bring some live music again. Now,
have you had a chance to kind of check out the new Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon yet? Have you done a walkthrough yet? Or are you're friends with the owner, are you not?
Well, he's actually come out to San Antonio and seen me before. I think that's how he scouted me out to come do the grand opening. But this will be my first seeing the saloon. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be brand new to me.
Well, man, it's great, again, that we have a place to have you perform. I know you've been doing your thing for a while. Let's go ahead and get into your story, man. You've been writing and recording and performing for how long? Give me the backstory.
Oh, I guess it's been about 13 years. I used to be a high school band director way back in the day, and then became a trainer at USA Federal Savings Bank for loan and mortgage underwriting. As an underwriter, it's kind of strange. But 13 years ago, I guess 2010, I did this old cliche statement, follow your heart. An overstated cliche statement said a billion times for good reason. Once I started following my heart, all the dreams I used to chase started coming to me. Just breaking away from the gridiron work world of getting up at a certain time and fighting traffic to go to work every morning.
Right.
I don't do that anymore, but I write a lot of songs about it. I feel like that I can write about, living in a family. I'm expecting my first child soon. Recently married in Vegas here with the same girl. She's been on this journey with me for the last 12, 13 years, if you will.
Wow.
But and it's been great. It's been wonderful. I started writing songs, like I said, just a cowboy's experience, living this cowboy kind of life that we all live, roller coasters of ups and downs, and I really enjoy writing my story out in lyrics for the songs that you hear. You heard "Take It Till I Make It" earlier. That is word for word, just straight from my real life. And I'm a family man, and I just enjoy doing this. I do this every day. I probably play maybe 4 or 5 times a week for my work schedule, and I've been doing it for 13 years now. 13 years.
Now, I like how you said, a cowboy lifestyle, but then again, you admitted to being kind of a band geek. So I looked at your website, and no hate, I played trombone in high school, and I was an award-winning musician as well, too. And I saw that you played French horn, which, let me say this, when I jumped into band, I thought the trombone was just cool looking and kind of epic. So I jumped in and I got to know it and got to love it. But when I really kind of dived into the music, it was the French horn, the sound, that rich sound of the French horn that I really, really fell in love with. So it's kind of cool seeing, your old band photos and whatnot. And it is pretty amazing how you can kind of shift gears and still make it work, huh?
It's been an enlightening process. There's a lot of folks that learn to play their instruments in the garage that are in country music.
Mm-hmm.
I have a formal education over it. So, it's helped me quite a bit to go into the studio and actually understand everything going on, or be able to dictate exactly how I want my song to go. This is what the steel guitarist is going to play. This is what the fiddle is going to play. And have all that lined out. To know the keys that these songs are played in. There's a lot of kids out there that, they just want to be a star, and they learn to play the guitar in the garage, and they come out with not that experience, but they let the studio engineers just kind of take the reins and just kind of make the song their own rather than being the other way around. I get to dictate a little bit more about exactly what I want my song to sound like.
Well, what a great point. If I might interject, what a great point that is, because you're absolutely right. A lot of these up-and-coming singer-songwriters, they lay out a melody, but, man, they really let the producers and the hired gun musicians really kind of take the lead on how they actually come out. And it's interesting how many people I talk to who say, oh, I don't even know what it's going to sound like. They're surprised at the end. Whereas someone like you, who's got, obviously you've got a degree, if I'm not mistaken. And about parts. If you're a former band instructor, then exactly about bass lines and leads and you know what I mean. All these
absolutely. So that becomes intimidating to a lot of people that I'll work with and colleagues that I it's something else that I had to kind of just notice that when you're working with all the people that are in this business, they can kind of get intimidated by that and just kind of shy away from it. Everybody likes to feel like they know it all.
Yeah.
But when you go in, when you go into the studio and you actually sit down and you say, okay, well, I'd like to do this, and the studio engineer kind of sits up a little taller and looks at you and goes, oh, he knows what he's talking about. I can't just turn dials here and act like I know what I'm doing myself. So it also goes a long way to say that, I have visited multiple studios and had to shop around and see who actually knows their stuff. And, make my decision on, okay, well, this is where I'm going to record. I currently record in Floresville, Texas with Tommy Dedamore and Rodney Huckabee of the Ace in the Hole Band.
Cool.
So I'm using a lot of George Strait's guys when I record and create my music.
Yeah, so if they're going to give you their input, I think they deserve, to be heard. So that's good stuff. Again, on the phone, we've got Felix Truvere. He's playing tonight at the Longhorn, the actually grand opening of Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon, 1131 West Main Street here in Uvalde. Now, if you don't mind, this might be a touchy subject, but I'm going to go here anyway. Tomorrow, man, is Father's Day, and I saw on your website you have a really touching, beautiful tribute to your dad, who you lost during COVID. If you don't mind, I'd like to take a quick break, come back and talk to you, but play your tribute song to your dad. Is that something we can do?
Absolutely, please do. Yeah, my dad deserves every little bit of that, especially for Father's Day, for those who are, recently lost our dads and are dealing with life a little differently now. And, my dad has just become a legacy to me. I just, you never know, like the song The Dance by Garth Brooks, I'm glad I didn't know, my dad is just, as I live life now, and just, I talk to him. I still talk to him every day. I tell him, Dad, I love you. I miss you so much. And, I remember there's always just something out there that reminds me of him.
Yeah.
But that tribute would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to play it. And again, if you'd like to see kind of a video montage that Felix put together, go to the website, which is felix.band. That's felix.band. And check out the tribute to Felix's dad. Let's go ahead and play it right now. We're going to come back and wrap it up and play some more music if I can get it in, all right?
Absolutely.
Here it is, Felix Truvere. This is UvaldeRadio.net. UvaldeRadio.net. It's Father's Day weekend. That is just a beautiful tribute to Felix Truvere's dad. It's called My Daddy's Love. Felix is here to give us an invitation to the big show tonight, performing at the Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon here in Uvalde. So again, that address is 1131 West Main Street. You said a kickoff show is at what, 9:30?
9:30 p.m.
9:30 tonight. So again, give us a quick little background on the writing of My Daddy's Love.
I didn't expect to lose my dad, like you called out. We lost him to COVID. He actually caught it at one of my acoustic shows, which is just devastating to me. Playing by the rules, it's wearing our masks and doing what we can, trying to earn our money while this pandemic was going on. And both my parents got sick, and they were. I put them. I went ahead and called an ambulance to their house because they were not doing well at all. They were losing their oxygen, and they were on that original COVID that people were on the ventilators.
Yeah.
And my dad just went through the whole deal and did not come out. In 1 month, he was gone, and it was a surprise, and I had the task on me. I know that my fans, and he was such a good friend to all my fans. All my fans just miss him so much. It was the task on me to come up with a song for my dad. There was going to be a very emotional weight for me to carry. I didn't know. I was going through photo albums, from the 80s, him raising my sister and I and our little family of four, and just tugs on your heartstrings to do it. But yeah. I came up with the song. I wrote it. He was my baseball coach all growing up. I was in Little League for about 13 years. He was a all-state baseball pitcher at South San High School himself in the 60s. And so he was a big baseball hero. Here I was being a musician, and I always worried about that. So I kind of I linked the song in that direction. My dad being a baseball coach, and me turning out to be a band geek, and how he'd love me through and through, no matter what. And all the way to me performing on stages and bringing beers up to my band. His ghost will be there with us tonight. His spirit. And enjoying himself among everybody here in Uvalde.
Well, man, it is a beautiful tribute. And again, for our listeners out there, you can actually view the video at felix.band. That's felix.band online. That's Felix Truvere's official website. And here you are now, with a beautiful story and obviously a great upbringing, a loving parents. And now you, like you said, you're expecting now. So let's go and talk about that. You're a newlywed. You got a child on the way. That's going to obviously change lifestyle, right? I mean, as far as road shows and the writing of the songs, you're going to have so much more content to pull from. What are you looking forward to for being a dad? I am looking forward to, another roller coaster ride of ups and downs. I mean, I know how life plays out. I don't always expect everything to be perfect right off the bat. I write a lot of songs of the ups and downs in life. It would be a straight, boring line otherwise. As high as that roller coaster goes, we go up and down. I'm looking for a great adventure. We're due in 2 months or a month and a half now, and we'll have a new human being in this house. But as far as, me traveling and doing all, I'm working, I'm making my income, I'm working hard, and it's for the sake of raising my family. I plan on just teaching my kids by watching me work hard, and the way I watched my dad work hard, and look forward to all the same. I don't think too much will change. I'm hoping too much won't change with my career and my abilities to get out there, but I'm sure I'll have plenty of stories to write about. Well, man, I mean, kudos, shout out to your wife who's going through the final trimester in the thick of one of the hottest summers I can recall. Yes. Man. That's right. That is some crazy stuff. Okay, so again, the show is tonight at the Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon in Uvalde, 1131 West Main Street. Showtime is at 9:30. You're bringing the band, so give us some details for anybody who's interested in going out to the show tonight. What are we going to hear? Obviously, you got some original stuff. You're going to throw in some cover stuff. Some good boot scooting dance hall classics. Give me the rundown of the show. I'm going to play all the stuff that you guys love to dance to already. We all love George Strait. We love Trace Lawrence, Brooks and Dunn. We'll go old school that way, but we'll also bring some Morgan Wallen. We'll do some new stuff. We'll do some Luke Combs. Just expect to hear it all. Yep. Hearing all the good stuff that you hear on the radio that you love every day, you'll probably be able to sing along to every song we play. And Felix, finally, man, what's in the future? You got any big things planned for the summer? Any new music releases on the horizon? What's the story there?
I have a whole fresh pile of songs that I've written here. I've got one that I've written about the Texas coast here, Bob Hall Pier, Valley Park, for those that know, North Padre, Corpus Christi area. I've written a song for the demographics of that location. I think a hurricane, there's an old pier out there called the Bob Hall Pier that's kind of famous that my dad always used to take us out to and visit. One of the first things we did was take my mom on a vacation out there to this place that my dad used to take us to, and I wrote a song while I did that vacation. Really looking forward to that one leading the way. I've got some other songs as well, and I'll be hitting the studio here pretty soon here. I imagine this summer I'm going to schedule the studio and get back in there and enjoy all that comes along with that.
And what is the easiest way to digest the music? I'm sure you've got it streaming on platforms and available on your website. Give us a quick way to find, just the easiest way to find your music.
Yeah, the easiest, simplest way is to go onto YouTube and just search my name, Felix Truvere. I'm sure all the new stuff will come up first. There's a lot of great music videos out there. We produce music videos that have all the qualities of a movie.
Cool.
Going from scene to scene, so definitely take a look at the music videos on YouTube. All my original songs are on there for free to stream. And so, I'm not always trying to shove my, what you said. I write my songs to share. It's all free on YouTube. Search Felix Truvere and just have fun watching all those great music videos. We've got plenty of them out there.
Well, man, Felix, it's been a real pleasure, man, catching up with you, and we're excited about your show tonight. Again, back in Uvalde for the first time in a while at the Longhorn Sports Bar and Saloon, a grand opening, so you get some great live music, and you get to check out Uvalde's newest place to catch live music, 1131 West Main Street. Again, Felix's website is, felix.band. That's felix.band. And let's go and wrap up this bad boy with another song. This one's called Always Something. Go ahead and give me a quick backstory on the song Always Something.
Well, it's always something, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
We talked about the ups and downs of life. I'm always I expect the things to happen when they happen. I tend to write a lot of songs about not complaining, accepting the things that come, and just kind of a door shuts in your face, look for the open door of opportunity. I pick myself up, something knocks me down. You'll hear it in the lyrics. Always something.
Well, let's check it out. Always Something. Felix Truvere. See him live tonight in Uvalde, and we are UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, my friend.
What now?